Txema Salvans. Txema Salvans, born 1971, is a Spanish photographer based in Barcelona. He specializes in making documentary work about Spain and the Spanish people that inhabit those unloved semi-industrial landscapes of sun-baked Mediterranean Spain. His work speaks to us about an isolated humanity. To access his subjects, Salvans often uses a large-format technical camera mounted on a tripod and wears a hi-viz jacket. Life and work. Salvans was born in Barcelona. He spent his youth aspiring to be a biologist and spent some years studying biology. Later, he received a grant and went to New York City to study at the International Center of Photography, after which he returned to Spain to work as a photographer. Nice to Meet You 2010 is a book of photographs of families along Spain's Mediterranean coast. The Waiting Game 2013 is a book of photographs of sex workers on the margins of highways in Spain. A typical image shows a woman waiting for a client in the middle of a rural crossroads under a hazy, sun-seared sky. Having initially been commissioned by a newspaper to make a few photographs of female sex workers in Catalonia, he adopted the Cambo-wide large-format film camera usually used for architecture, landscape and automotive photography, and a hi-viz jacket. To ensure the women continued to work in his presence, Salvans disguised himself as a topographer, someone who uses a camera to survey the lay of the land, working with an assistant holding a surveyor's pole. He has said then, "Simply what I did was to approach the girls, to say, look, I'll be around here for a while near my van." He has said, "I am not interested in the morphological characteristics of people, but in their interaction with space, the context." The project took 6 years to make. The Waiting Game Roman II 2018, also made along the Mediterranean coast, shows fishermen waiting for fish to bite. David Campany has written that Salvans and the people he observes so carefully inhabit those unloved, semi-industrial landscapes of sun-baked Mediterranean Spain. Salvans' previous series was also about life in the gaps and at the edges. It showed lone women, probably prostitutes, sitting or standing in very similar landscapes to the ones you see here. Salvans has said it is a book about power rather than about Spain, the Spanish, or King Juan Carlos I. Perfect Day 2020 shows people sunbathing or relaxing in industrial landscapes, a catalogue of the more surreal spots chosen by Spanish holidaymakers along the country's increasingly overcrowded shores, landscape photographs, without losing the main scenario is that of the unvisited Mediterranean coast, not that of postcards, that of questionable urban planning, the factories with solemn cement chimneys, and the abandoned umbrellas. Il Post said in the introduction to the project, the photographer Joan Fontcuberta explains that a paradox emerges from the perfect day photos. We who look at the photographs are denied the opportunity to see what the subjects of the photographs want. Salvans has said, "I think the more complex the liturgy of taking the picture, the less people seem to get angry. Maybe if you put a mobile phone on him he would be annoyed, but seeing me with a yellow vest and a technical camera on a tripod, he thinks he isn't even looking at them. It's as if I wasn't there." He worked on the series for 15 years. Publications. Nice to Meet You. Barcelona, Actor D 2010. ISBN 978-8,495,951,700. A brief text by Guillem Martinez precedes each group of photographs. The Waiting Game. Mexico, RM 2013. ISBN 978-8,415,118,572. With texts by Martin Parr and John Carlin. The Waiting Game Roman II. RM 20E. ISBN 978-8,416,282,913. With texts by David Campany and Gabi Martinez. My Kingdom. London, Mac, 2018. ISBN 978-1-910164-85-3. Perfect Day. London, Mac 2020. ISBN 978-1,912,339,686. With a text by Joan Font-Cuberta. Awards: 2005 Best Photography Book, National Category, Pijoto Espana, Madrid. For Nice to Meet You.